Hello everyone, LeK here, and welcome back to LeK Plays Vampire the Masquerade. We eat blood and all our friends are dead. Okay, we are picking up from last time, right after our protagonist admitted to basically be a vampire. So let's see how the story goes on from here. Strange thing in the park. Three businessmen all bent forward and down, looking at the phones clustered around one of those changing stations in slim cut suits. Charging stations, sorry. Businessmen in the park in the middle of the night? No Pokemon checked. But okay, anyway, this woman walks past in a pencil skirt, and they all look up quickly at once, but not at her, like at the air behind her, as if they caught a scent. For a second, this sort of, the only way I can think to describe it is this look of glory comes across their faces. And then they just look back down. I'm like, what the fuck? Maybe I'm paranoid? A few minutes later, I'm following someone, and then I notice someone's following me. One of the suit guys. I'm sure I know what he is, because he makes almost no noise at all when he walks. I see two policemen on Prospect, so this is getting weird, so I duck behind a car, I go up to the cops, I run up fire escape. I duck behind a car. It was hard to tell what's going on though. Eventually I just left. I don't see him anywhere, but I don't see how I could have lost him. He was right there. I'm headed home. Well, there's no... because probably if I chose something different than ducking behind a car, I would have had more options here. I'm headed home. That's scary. I came to Seattle to get away from scary. Someone's at the door. Let me open. Okay. We now have a wandering idiot friend. Tell all you... Okay. Tell all your kind, never enters this parish without permission. Our eyes are manifold, our will is as one. Oh, fudge. I've been abducted. Fucking hell. Case has been abducted. Case. Okay. Sometimes even the undead die. What? You can actually die. What? Okay, after extensive consultation, the coroners have come to the unanimous conclusions that the victim expired from acute blood loss approximately 1 week prior to sustaining the injuries given as cause of death in the initial coroner's report. Initial eyewitnesses accounts claiming the deceased arrived alive in the site where the body was discovered by Officer Dearborn. Just must be re-examined. The body has clearly been relocated post-mortem, presumably by the perpetrator or accomplices. Witness reports claim to have seen or conversed with the deceased in the time span between cessation of vital functions and discovery by Officer Dearborn are currently unexplained but directly contradict the findings of this report. What? Okay, let's try again. Seattle, Sunday, 4:55 a.m. Okay, right from where I stopped last time. That's good. Okay. Strange thing in the park. 3 businessmen all bent forward and down, looking at their phones clustered around one of those charging stations in slim cut suits. I will probably speed up until I have again the choice to make. So be right back. Okay, we're back. I now have again the choice to either duck behind a car, which leads to my dad, go up to the cops, which probably will lead me to my dad as well. So I'll run up a fire escape this time. Let's see what happens. I run up a fire escape trying to shake them. I fly up the stairs 3 steps at a time. I can feel wind rushing by and that goose-faced driver's blood shooting in my legs. It's like I'm really flying. Is it just adrenaline, or am I really this fast? Anyway, I think I lost them. That sounds like celerity to me. Oh fuck. I'm dead again. I can bet I'm dead again. I'm headed home. That's scary. I came to Seattle to get away from scary. Is it? We need to figure shit out. This is new. So many questions. Okay, can you tell me? Why did you leave LA? Yeah, okay, here's the whole story. What do you remember from Claire's party? Whoa, okay. All I remember is I pre-gamed and I showed up and there were those weird twins and that bearder was like, hey, I've got MDMA, what, want some? Sorry. And I didn't want very much, just like a quarter tab, because I was trying to stay away from it because I hadn't had anything for 3 months and I had it and told it that I was not feeling great and I was making out with Hollis. Then I blacked out because I just remembered that gold pattern on beanbag chair turning into Beetle's back. What? Beetle's back, and the rest is just a drunk dream. I think I passed out. Hello, no punctuation whatsoever. Your last drink came true. What was your dream? Oh, come on. It wasn't like any story, just under the layers like burnt colored tongues. As big as arm, I couldn't breathe, but when I put my face into one of the tongues, I nailed the spit of it, completely covering my face this time, and I can breathe. I'm breathing it, and then I felt like I know. What if I nail? This maybe is bad. This maybe is bad to do, but I could breathe, but I had to get it out, and there was that thing where you're trying and can't wake up, but waking up as like yourself, just on the other side of the skin of water above the swimming pool you can't get out from. And I just woke up covered in throw up, and Claire was like really mad at that I've thrown up on a bed, her sister's. But she was also kind of like, what are you going to do? Parties, right? I painted a dream. Let me see. What? Which way do you even look at this? This is really weird. I don't remember you saying that you didn't feel well. I just figured you passed out. I think I was wasted already, though I do remember something like what you said. Tough sucking. It just went on in this empty, the way people describe DMT. Okay. I was like, who put something in my drink? I woke up on the IKEA couch and remember I made out with somebody. It was like stuff that happened when you were a kid, but I was getting my shit together. Hollis was like, come on to the store with me, so we went to the store. Then outside, all at once, there were these long-haired women coming like spiders. And I just thought, there's some long-haired women running in the night. You don't see that all the time. Maybe they're playing a game with Hollis, and Hollis was like, run, but I was sick, but so we just ran. I was feeling so strange, and it was like an sorry. And it was like an alley with thrown out DVD players, and I sat on the DVD player, and Hollis was sitting on someone's back steps and trying to hide from long-haired women. And then Hollis was looking at me, and when Hollis looks at me, I just have to do what Hollis tells me to do. You know what I mean? That you can't not do it? That's majesty. I've been there. So Hollis says, get out of LA, and if you don't hear from me in 3 days, stay away. That's all. But I knew it was a real thing I had to do. Like, medical grade had to do it. Also, I keep remembering one of the women was my mom, but that can't be true. Hollis not answering. Sorry. Hollis is not answering anybody's texts. Yeah. You need to find Hollis. That's your job. I have a job and I need to start going to it. I can't do this shit. I'm crying tears. Are what the fuck, rat? No, you don't have to go to work. Why would you go to work? That's a stupid question. No, it isn't. What are you doing? What are you going to make money? What are you going to buy? Food? They're going to sell you a fucking cat wrapped up in what store? You don't need food. You don't need that. Rent? Also, I couldn't hurt a cat. That's fucked up. I agree. Rent? The rent we pay to the fucking landlord who was in that article about him in the LA Weekly about how... Whoa, okay. The rent we pay to the fucking landlord who was in that article about him and in the LA Weekly about how the rent is the maximum it's the maximum more it can be every year, and uses the dollars to put like sculptures of fucking eagles outside all the brown stores because of some symbolism of to do with his shit wife and spending on donations to that fucking church that kicked your mom's dress shop out of house so they can build a parking lot. That landlord who you could probably break like a twig. Sorry. That rent? That landlord? I have a life case. No, you had a life. Now you have a different thing. There aren't these rules around things. There's just a lot of drywall and crushed rocks that you and your bed is in, and you send paper wrapped in paper to another bunch of drywall and smushed rocks, and the guy sits in a room and takes the paper out of the paper and puts it in another place with a metal door. Wow. You get rid of that man, that system stops. Police come, you hear them breathing a mile away. The city is invisible walls around other invisible walls set up for people to be people in. But it all depends on you having the need and fears it expects you to have right now. It stops making sense when you start having other needs and other fears. It's a new city now. The things you used to worry about, stop worrying about them. We eat blood and all our friends are dead. And this is more important than Sunglasses Express, is it? What's important now isn't any of the things we used to think are facts. That's important now. Sorry, what's important now is things not yet. No, we have to ignore what we've been looking at and look at what we've been ignoring. Yeah. I mean, no point in keeping my employee discount if I've never seen the sun. The shelter doesn't even have volunteers at night, so I can't do that. Homeless shelters or the animal shelter? Alright, both actually. Come home! I might if I knew what happened to Wallace and I knew it wasn't gonna happen to me too. Okay. Seattle, Sunday, 7:45 p.m. So I think we'll close this episode here. We discovered a few things in this episode. First of all, you can actually lose this game. You can die. Your non-life can end. There are other vampires out there that can kill you and will kill you. And even more, we discovered that Case is really getting into being a vampire. He seems to be liking it, even if it is fucked up by his own admission. But he's getting used to it and is pushing Izzy to accept it as well and to act in consequence of this. Now, I think that Hollis as well is a vampire. But not the one that made Izzy and Case. The mom that Case is getting texts from, it's most probably the sire of at least Case. Not sure about Izzy. Izzy, I'm still not sure who made her into a vampire. Probably we will discover it. And wow, yeah, the writing in this game, in this story, in this novel is really good. I really like it. I'm enjoying it an awful lot. Sorry for all the little reading errors that I make, and sometimes my tone and how I read up things is not probably the best one, but I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider leaving a like, sharing and subscribing, and leave a comment as well. Let me know if you would like me to read more slowly. That might actually help me. Or if the pace that I'm keeping is acceptable. And yeah, anything else you want to comment, please feel free. So thank you all very much again, and I will see you very soon. Ciao!